He is Chauncey Billups here on the Rich Eisen Show. How you doing, Chauncey?
What's going on, man?
You
How you doing?
I'm fine. First things first, does Paul Pierce have something against LeBron? Chauncey, what do you got for me here on that one?
It's so funny because everybody asks me the same thing, like, what's up with Paul and LeBron? But, I mean, he's never said nothing to me, but obviously they had a lot of, tough battles and dogfights in that Eastern Conference. And, maybe, but I'm not sure, though.
Do you think that that LeBron is number 2 in the category of best player on planet Earth behind Kevin Durant right now?
I do not. I think LeBron is still the best player in the game. I think KD is the best player on perhaps the best team, and he's the best scorer in our league. But, no, I think LeBron's the best all-around player in the league still.
So what happened in Game 4 to make things radically different from the first 3?
Well, the Cavs picked up the tempo, something that they thought, the rest of the world thought would be crazy of them to even try, but they played fast. The biggest difference is the three ball. They were the best three-point shooting team in the league this year. And finally they got that three ball going. They were able to, break down the defense and for the kickouts, and they knocked down a record number of three-point shots. But not only that, they made the game ugly. They died for loose balls. They made it chippy. And that's the way that you have to play if you don't have a chance to beat the Warriors.
Well, is that sustainable?
I don't know. Will they hit 24 threes again tonight? No, I doubt it. That's the reason why it's an NBA record. It's only happened one time. But they are the best. They are the best three-point shooting. Were at least the best three-point shooting team in the league. They're gonna need at least 16, 17 threes, which they can do. But this Golden State team is just different. Adding Kevin Durant, they're just different this year.
So let's I guess pull the hood back on this for a second, then, Chauncey Billups. Is this the best way then to beat the Warriors? Is to outpace them, out-tempo them? What do you think?
I don't know that you can outpace or tempo them, but again, like I said, LeBron, I think, is the best player in basketball, so, they have the best player in the series, and LeBron James, and if he can knock down jump shots, he's just a different cover. I mean, there's nothing that you can really do with him. Kyrie's gotten going. He's averaging 39 over the last 2 games. Hopefully his game travels on the road, but he's shown that they can't really control him. So if those 2 guys are playing great and they're getting three-point shooting from all the other pieces, this will be going 6.
Well, what do you think? Do you think that actually happens tonight, Chauncey?
I do. I do actually. I think they come in with a ton of confidence. I think the pressure's on the Warriors to close them out. The pressure's not really on the Cavs. I mean, they playing with house money at this point. Nobody thinks they can win. They was down 0-3. It's never been done in the history of the game. So I think the pressure's on the Warriors tonight, to close it out. But I think the confidence, is in the Cavs court.
Well, if that happens tonight, Chauncey, if you guys are taking a flight to Cleveland for Game 6, that would certainly ratchet the pressure up. So you're thinking third quarter, fourth quarter, if this is still a game, that the Warriors begin to feel that on their shoulders and their guts?
If it's a 6-point game in the fourth quarter, 6-7 minutes left in the game, the pressure will be felt by the Warriors. But I will say, in fairness to the Warriors, I mean, they got 2 guys in the starting lineup that wasn't a part of that last year, with KD and Zaza, even though Zaza probably won't be in the game in the fourth quarter. Iggy probably will, and that happened to him, But there's something to be said about, a team coming back 3-1 on you, winning 2 games out of 3 in your building. We'll see. But I tell you, Steph Curry has been a different player this year too. So it's an uphill climb for the Cavs, absolutely. But I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Well, I mean, you could say that it did actually happen to Durant last year, just not in a Warriors uniform. It was against the Warriors, in a Thunder uniform. I mean, they were up 3-1 in that one too. And he was on the business end.
That's very true.
I'm just throwing that stuff out. So use that tonight, with Jalen, Beetle.
I sure do appreciate you, man.
And the man who's got the haterade out for LBJ and Paul Pierce. And I talked about this with Shaq the other day, Chauncey, is just what is going to be when this is all done. Every league's a copycat league, but every league is also trying to take down a team that's won it all. What is the reaction to, let's say the Warriors do take this thing down? What is the reaction? Everybody tries to form their own super teams, or we go back to the days of your coach from the Big Three, Oakley, where it's going to be all hands, literally, figuratively on deck, start putting finesse teams on their ass underneath the paint.
Man, I mean, I would like the latter. You know, it's almost like you gotta have like 4 All-Stars now to compete with the Warriors. Not just 3, I mean 4, and that's crazy. And you know, the parity of the league is really down right now, obviously. So I'm just hoping that, you know, I don't like where the league is at, you know, with the super team thing. You know, I really don't. Like, I like parity. I like competition. You know, I like the competitive fabric that I once knew in the league. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it kind of shapes up.
So when it all comes down to it, do you think the Celtics should, in that regard, try and build with the youth and with the same guys that they have, or flip the number 1 overall pick for an established big-time all-star, should that happen?
That's tough. I mean, if you're looking at the league and you're saying you want to wait out these next 4 years while KD is, you know, and these guys are on their run, then you build with the youth. But if you want to try to go after those guys right now, then obviously you're going to have to add some ammo.
Mm-hmm. Chauncey Billups of ESPN here. A few more minutes with him from Oakland. Did you see the again? You're on the killer threes in Cube's Big 3 League. I got Cube coming with Amy Trask on Friday in studio here to talk about it, and I had Michael Rappaport sit in the chair for me on Friday. Did you see that this is going to be an Olympic sport, 3-on-3 now, Chauncey?
I did. I've been knowing about that for a little while, that it was going to be on the docket. I'm on the board of USA Basketball, so I knew this for a while, and 3-on-3 basketball is huge around the world. It's never been here in our country, but around the world, it's a big deal. So I was happy to hear, you know, that it's going to be a 3-on-3. That it'll be a medal sport.
So are you gonna play in it? Would you do it?
No, I doubt it, man. I doubt it. But
why? No,
I'm excited.
So
I'm too old for that, man.
What do you mean you're too old for that? Come on.
I'm too old for that, man. I'm 40 years old, man.
So I don't know. I mean, to me, youth begins at 40, Chauncey. I mean, you're at one Mr. Big Shot on Twitter. Why not?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
But, you know, I don't need to be competing with these 22, 23, 24-year-old dudes, man.
I got a good one for you, Chauncey. How about this one? Because since you're on USA Basketball, how about LeVar Ball suits up for a 3-on-3? Because he could take Jordan, so why not have him take on the rest of the world? What do you think?
Couldn't make my team. I seen some highlights of him, and he couldn't make my squad.
Mm-hmm. Who would make your team?
Well, I would need some young, athletic guys that kind of know how to play the game. 3-on-3 is so much about, you know, having a good IQ. If you run plays properly, you know what I mean, you should always get an open shot, you know. So it's more about knowing how to play. And then if you got athletes too that they can't match up with, then you should have an advantage.
So do you think that your Pistons team that you were on with Rasheed Wallace could beat these Warriors, as Sheed has publicly stated, Chauncey?
I'll say this. It depends on the rules. If the rules are right now where you can't really compete and touch a guy, I mean, our regular fouls will be flagrant 1s or 2s then, right now. So if it's 2004 rules, absolutely. If it's right now rules, we're going to have a tough time because we probably are going to be fouled out by the time third quarter starts.
Well, you're on USA Basketball, and I know that, again, that doesn't govern the NBA, but do you think the rules should be changed, that there should be some form of a throwback that allows that sort of handshaking?
I'll be honest with you. I play USA Basketball a lot, and playing over there, the game is so much more physical. I mean, it's so much more physical, and I love it. But it's funny, like, you watch some of our teams play over there, and there's some guys that games just don't translate because of the physicality in which that they play with over there. So it's a different game. I don't want to adopt all of their rules, but just from a physicality standpoint, I think it'll be great for our league.
All right. How are you enjoying the paparazzi, Chauncey? You enjoy doing that? IFB in your ear, or do you want to go into a front office? What do you got for me?
I don't know, man. We'll see. It could be both at some point. That was always a desire of mine. At some point, we'll see what happens. But I've enjoyed, love my job, man. It's great.
Okay. Well, enjoy it, Chauncey. And when you're in Los Angeles, come on and visit me in studio. I'd love to chat with you then in person.
I sure will. Thanks, man.
You got it. That's Chauncey Billups.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that, please download our app. There's lots of fun things there other than just more of the videos you just saw. You can call us from the app. You can email us from the app. Just download it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.